Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to How Farms Work. I'm sorry if my voice is a little raspy. I caught a little cold. So today we are going to be hauling manure. So over the winter we amassed a manure pile that I pulled out of the pole shed out of my place, and it's currently sitting on one of the strips. So we're going to take the bobcat out with the grapple bucket, and Dad is going to load the spreader up, and I'm going to take it out and spread it out in the field as lightly as I can. Now, the spreader had an issue last fall. The floor started sliding out of it. So we made some repairs to it to try to strengthen the floor up. We cut out a portion of the back of the plastic that was down on the floor and put steel down. And it seems to be working pretty good. So we're gonna keep hauling manure out. We gotta get this cleaned up before we start planting. And a lot of the manure that we're going to be spreading, we need to chisel in. So that's where the John Deere chisel plow is going to be coming in handy. So I'm about to fuel Dad up, and he's going to start heading out to my place. I'm going to take the 7600 out and meet him out there. That's one way to take 2 buckets out. We installed a higher flow fuel pump for Dad's tank. The one that he had on there was just too slow. It took forever to fill up the tractors, so he got a higher flow one, and we put that on. We've still got a fuel right on the right hand side, and they're supposed to be about the same flow. It might look like a beautiful day, but don't let looks deceive you. The grass is greening up, but the wind's blowing at like 20 miles an hour, and it's like 30 degrees out. Not exactly sun tanning weather. Here. This looks like some pretty good compost. It's gonna be nice having this off the field because I've kind of been sweating about getting this done, being that the spreader has been broken down all winter and we just got it fixed back up. So I've kind of been stressing about getting this done before anything happens to the spreader again, because this has to be done like right now. switching over to the JCB, more lifting capacity, and hopefully he can get a bigger bite with the grapple bucket. I think it's 50% need and 50% preference. But he also said that the hydraulics were acting funky on the Bobcat too, so JCB is just sitting in the shed. So he's swapping the buckets out, and we're gonna keep hauling manure. we managed to get the pile all spread. Now, for how lightly I spread everything, I think that the VT could probably incorporate that, but for how where the pile looks, we're probably gonna want to chisel plow that. So I expect that we'll probably just hook up to the chisel plow and do everything once. We still have the barnyard down here that needs to be spread out, but I don't know when we're gonna be able to do that. We're waiting for that to dry up more. It is fairly dry, especially with all the wind that we've been getting, but we tried taking a load out of there and there's just too much moisture in that manure pack yet. We'll get it out as soon as we can. It'll be a lot easier once the cows are taken out of there, but we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. We took a couple loads out of the lot at the main farm and we spread across the road. While we were spreading manure, the landowners started a controlled burn down in the ditch area that they always started a controlled burn in. So this is kind of interesting because it was the first year where they started one right when we were working out in the field, so it was cool to get some footage next to it. But the reasons behind doing a controlled burn is to set off any flammable fuels that might be out there if you're concerned about wildfires. Here, I don't think that we're too concerned about wildfires just because you don't ever see them in Wisconsin. But other reasons that you could do controlled burns is to reduce the amount of old vegetation that's out there, burn up any of last year's growth, and recycle nutrients for the coming year's growth as well. So they've been doing controlled burns just about every year, so they know what they're doing. There's a specific technique to doing it. You want to make sure that you know what you're doing. You don't want to just go out and start a fire and say, hey, this is a controlled. They know what they're doing, so they've been doing it for how many years now. So that is why the field was on fire. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, all how farms work. And be sure to leave a comment down in the comment section to win a How Farms Work hat. And we'll be starting planning here before long. The 15th is the starting date, but depending on how the weather goes, the wind has been great to dry the ground out, but temperatures need to kind of come up here soon because it's been kind of cold. Anyway, I'll see you next time, guys.